Science tells us coconut oil is high in saturated fatty acids, and saturated fats have been linked to high cholesterol and heart disease. Well, some studies have shown that people who live in the South Pacific eat 60% of their calories from coconuts and show very low rates of heart disease. But playing the correlation game can be a slippery slope. They also consume diets that are low in alcohol, sugar, dairy, processed food and salt. Any, or all, of those factors could affect their health. Heck, living in paradise could also be the magic pill, but again, we haven't found an exact science backing that one up either. Marketing of coconut oil has created the inaccurate belief that it is a healthy food. Instead, studies have found that coconut oil consumption has health effects similar to those of other unhealthy fats, including butter, beef fat and palm oil. Because the majority of saturated fat in coconut oil is lauric acid, coconut oil may be preferred over partially hydrogenated vegetable oil when solid fats are used in the diet. However, the weight of evidence to date indicates that consuming polyunsaturated fats instead of coconut oil would reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Due to its high content of saturated fat with corresponding high caloric burden, regular use of coconut oil in food preparation may promote weight gain. Your hair can also benefit from this amazing natural oil. It has been known as a savior for dry, parched hair for years. Coconut oil can penetrate inside the hair shaft better than other oils because of its fatty acid structure and low molecular weight. Regular use of coconut oil on the hair not only nourishes your dry strands but also strengthens and protects, thus reducing protein loss and damage due to styling and coloring. Pure Fiji's coconut milk shampoo and coconut creme conditioner help to repair damage and improve resilience in the hair, thus leaving you with restored bounce, shine and healthy-looking hair. Finally, one of the major benefits of coconut oil is that it provides antibacterial fatty acids called caprylic acid, lauric acid, and capric acid. Research shows around 62% of the naturally occurring oils found in coconuts are made up of these three healthy fatty acids, and that they naturally help fight the presence of harmful pathogens within the gut. Coconut oil naturally has antimicrobial and antifungal properties, which makes it beneficial for healing gut issues, viruses, and bacterial infections including leaky gut syndrome or candida. Other benefits include helping to cure urinary tract infections, fungal infections on the skin, healing wounds, clearing up acne, and detoxifying the liver. There are a ton of ways that humans use coconut oil, ranging from softening the skin to treating eczema, but you may not know that it can also be beneficial for your dog. You are correct in that refined coconut oil is exactly the same fat content as virgin coconut oil with all the lauric and other medium-chain fatty acids. The experiment that many people refer to back in the 1940s was where a farmer used coconut oil in an attempt to fatten up his livestock. The unexpected result was that the cattle became lean and healthy. The oil in that experiment was referred to as a cheap coconut oil, and was most likely refined. Virgin coconut oil has obviously undergone less processing, so the belief is that it may contain some phytonutrients that are not necessarily in refined coconut oil. However, the myth going around the internet that virgin coconut oil is good for you and refined is simply not true. There is no reason to believe that refined coconut oil would have a negative effect on weight loss or anything else. Whether virgin or refined, coconut oil is still considered one of the most healthful oils. If you do decide to use it, we would love to hear more about your experience with it. Only a few years ago, coconut oil was falsely considered to be very unhealthy due to its high saturated fat content. A supposed study was done claiming that use of coconut oil led to high cholesterol, heart disease, and obesity. This study was based on a loose test done on hydrogenated coconut oil and greatly pushed by other cooking oil organizations to move away from saturated fats and in turn use their products. Unfortunately, this economic push and public belief discredited and virtually eliminated coconut oil as a cooking oil in America. Only recently have studies revealed that trans fat created during hydrogenation is actually the main culprit causing heart disease and high cholesterol. Contrary to previous belief, not all saturated fats are unhealthy. In fact, most of the 90% saturated fat in coconut oil is medium-chain fatty acids which are found to be easily digested and quickly converted into energy. In recent years, coconut oil has emerged as a potential miracle food. These claims are used to market the product and boost its sales by coconut oil companies. However, governmental regulatory agencies in many countries are still skeptical about the benefits obtained by the consumption of coconut oil due to its high saturated fatty acid content. In light of such controversy, this review focused on analyzing the published literature on the alleged health claims, in order to investigate if there is enough scientific evidence to support them. It was verified that the metabolism of lauric acid, the major fatty acid in coconut oil, remains unclear. Many studies reported that the product was not efficient in weight loss. Also, it has been reported that the consumption of coconut oil increased low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, consequently increasing the risk of cardiovascular diseases. In general, the studies present conflicting results and there is a lack of long-term human-based clinical trials. Therefore, as a saturated fat, coconut oil should be consumed with moderation and the health allegations should not be used to market the product, once they are not scientifically proven so far. 524 reports that in Sri Lanka, coconut had been the primary source of dietary fat for thousands of years. In 1978, the per capita consumption of coconut was equivalent to 120 nuts per year. At that time, the country had one of the lowest heart disease rates in the world. As a result of the anti-saturated fat campaign, coconut consumption in Sri Lanka has declined since 1978. By 1991, per capita consumption had dropped to 90 nuts per year and has continued to fall. In place of coconut oil, the people began to eat more corn oil and other polyunsaturated vegetable oils. As coconut consumption decreased, heart disease rates increased in Sri Lanka, and interestingly, the problem was greater in the urban cities. 24. This Sri Lankan scenario could well be playing out in many developing countries in West Africa. The consumption of saturated oil could hasten the onset of cardiac problems, as suggested by certain research studies. Coconut oil, being a saturated oil, caused concern that adversely affected the prospects of the coconut industry. The major fatty acids of coconut oil are medium-chain fatty acids. A shorter chain length allows fatty acids to be metabolized without the use of a carnitine transport system. Since the short and medium-chain fatty acids can be rapidly oxidized, they are less conducive to fat deposits compared with long-chain fatty acids. Early studies conducted in experimental animals fed a synthetic diet containing coconut oil as the source of fat have shown it to be atherogenic, since it is deficient in essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acid deficiency is known to facilitate the development of atherosclerosis. But under normal conditions, the possibility of essential fatty acid deficiency as such is quite remote, since their presence in other food items will offset any deficiency in coconut oil. Thus, the increase in lipogenesis observed in earlier studies was due to the faulty design of the experiments. Feeding coconut oil at normal levels along with other fats adequately supplemented with linoleic acid renders coconut oil neutral in terms of atherogenicity. Feeding coconut oil results in an increase in HDL cholesterol. Scientists suspect that coconut oil's interesting effect on hunger may be related to the way the fatty acids in it are metabolized. You can also use a blender to add it to your coffee for a tasty pick-me-up. The harsh processing may destroy some of the good essential fatty acids and antioxidants, such as lauric acid, a medium-chain fatty acid believed to raise good HDL cholesterol. Joe Murkula says it is the smartest choice for cooking, is good for your heart, contains the kind of fat found in mother's milk, enhances immunity, and helps with weight loss by stimulating metabolism. Unlike other common cooking oils, i.e. canola, soybean, corn, which are highly processed and can contain excessive levels of omega-6 and trans fat, coconut oil is considered a healthy plant oil. It contains primarily medium-chain fatty acids, which are easy for the body to break down and convert into energy rather than storing as fat. In particular, lauric acid may help boost metabolism and support weight loss. I was diagnosed with porphyria back in 2004, which is a sun-sensitive skin issue. The doctor instructed me to stay out of the sun as much as possible and to put on SPF 50 if I had to be in the sun. After a while I began consuming a small amount of olive oil per day. It is also good to take vitamins and supplements with coconut oil due to the fatty acid content. This helps the body to get more benefits out of certain vitamins and supplements, such as turmeric or curcumin. I get out in the sun at will now and many times without my shirt on for as many as 3 hours, and I just get tanner and tanner with no damage. Ingesting coconut oil is far better for the skin than topical application. While research on MCTs raises some intriguing possibilities for their widening role in health and wellness, the research that exists at this time can't be directly applied to coconut oil. Science is simply unclear on how the primary MCFA in coconut oil, lauric acid, behaves in the body. And, while coconut oil does have some of the better studied C8 and C10 MCFAs, clients would have to eat plenty of coconut oil to reach levels thought to be effective. To answer clients' questions about coconut oil and other trendy fats, nutrition professionals must understand how fatty acids differ from each other and how these differences impact their behavior in the body. Still, there's much to discover about coconut oil and fats in general. Keep an eye on emerging research. While no food is truly a miracle food, coconut oil may have something to teach us yet. Traditionally, most cooking-grade coconut oils in grocery stores are refined and use dried and old coconuts in order to keep costs low. They also go through chemical refining and are even deodorized and bleached to give the oil its coloring, which impacts the overall quality of the oil. Cooking-grade coconut oil may also contain additional additives and preservatives. Because of this, applying cooking-grade coconut oil for external use can cause irritation to the skin. In contrast, our beauty-grade Love Hair Pure Coconut Oil is 100% natural, raw, unrefined, and USDA certified organic, which means there are absolutely no harmful chemicals and preservatives. Love Hair Coconut Oil is cold-pressed and centrifuged, which refers to the method of extracting coconut milk from the coconut meat without using heat. This process helps preserve all of the healthy benefits of the coconut, as it is not refined, bleached and deodorized like regular cooking-grade coconut oil is. Science is still on the fence with most of these claims, and many authoritative health organizations still caution against the consumption of too much coconut oil, mainly because of its saturated fat content. Either way, the skin benefits, vitamin E content, and lauric acid content in coconut oil is undeniable. Additionally, the presence of medium-chain fatty acids in coconut oil means that it can give a quick energy boost to your body too. What are some of the health benefits of coconut oil being reported? Alzheimer's is now seen as a type 3 form of diabetes, and for years we have seen positive results from people with both type 1 and type 2 diabetes in using coconut oil. We have also seen a lot of reports of coconut oil health benefits from those suffering from hypothyroidism, as coconut oil helps boost metabolism and raise body temperatures to promote thyroid health. The benefits of coconut oil for healthy hair are also well known, and other healthy benefits of coconut oil included fighting off bacterial infections and viruses. Coconut oil is also increasingly being seen to benefit athletes and fitness trainers, giving them an advantage in sustaining energy levels longer without drugs or stimulants. Another potential concern is that coconut oil is primarily saturated fat. The types of fatty acids in coconut oil may not have the negative health effects of those in animal foods, but they still contribute to overall saturated fat intake. Coconut oil increases both HDL or good cholesterol and LDL or bad cholesterol. The American Heart Association recommends that only 5 to 6% of your daily calories come from saturated fat, even if coconut oil is the source. The health benefits in refined versus extra virgin are very similar in that they have the exact same fatty acid content. There is some debate that some of the nutrients may be removed during processing of refined, but it is still considered one of the most healthful cooking oils. The main thing to look out for would be whether the refined coconut oil is hydrogenated or not, which creates trans fats. Almost 50% of the fatty acid content of coconut oil is lauric acid, which is a great enhancer for the body's immune system. In comparison, lauric acid is a main component of human breast milk, which essentially protects children during infancy from illness. Another 7% of the fatty acids are capric acid, which stimulates antiviral activity in the body. Coconut fat is also believed to stimulate the metabolism and slow weight gain. An interesting article by Ray Peat can be found here, which lists some examples of coconut oil being used by farmers in the 1940s to try and fatten their animals. The result was the opposite effect, as the animals became lean, active and hungry. For more information and a detailed look at the health benefits and anti-saturated fat agenda, please visit Those Who Swear by Coconut Oil say it does more than just moisturize skin. It may help with weight loss and ward off heart disease. Proponents look at the long-time use of coconut oil in island nations, like Sri Lanka and the Philippines, as proof that it offers plenty of health benefits. And while those in the medical field acknowledge coconut oil's chemical makeup is different than that of other saturated fats, they still urge people to monitor their fat and calorie intake. Fat is an essential part of a healthy, balanced diet. It is a source of essential fatty acids and helps the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E and K. Although studies examining the health benefits of consuming coconut oil over other fats are scarce, coconut oil has one notable difference. Coconut oil contains a high proportion of a type of fat called medium-chain fatty acids, most notably in the form of lauric acid. MCFAs reputably have various health benefits, including being less likely to be stored in the body as fat and more readily used as a source of energy. Are two types of healthy oils that can be used for weight loss and improved digestion. Olive oil contains long-chain triglycerides, whereas coconut oil contains medium-chain triglycerides, which tend to be absorbed into the body faster. Hypothetically, one's body would be able to burn medium-chain triglycerides faster than long-chain triglycerides. However, coconut oil contains much higher levels of saturated fat compared to olive oil, which contains monounsaturated fatty acids. Many of the health claims for coconut oil refer to research that used a special formulation of coconut oil made of 100% medium-chain triglycerides, not the commercial coconut oil most available on supermarket shelves. MCTs have a shorter chemical structure than other fats, and so are quickly absorbed and used by the body. After digestion, MCTs travel to the liver where they are immediately used for energy. The theory is that this quickly absorbed form promotes satiety and prevents fat storage. Coconut oil contains mostly lauric acid, which is not an MCT. Lauric acid is absorbed more slowly and metabolized like other long-chain fatty acids. So the health benefits reported from a specially constructed MCT coconut oil that contains medium-chain triglycerides other than lauric acid cannot be applied directly to commercial coconut oils. Living in India, you cannot escape the idea of coconut oil, wherever you go. One of the most popular hair oils for growth, it is versatile, excellent for nourishing the skin as well. The large content of fatty acids in the oil penetrates the hair follicles deeply without evaporating. It also contains carbohydrates, vitamins and minerals that are essential for good hair health. You can try mixing herbs like simple curry leaves, brahmi or amla by heating the oil before applying it. Researchers have also looked at the effect of coconut oil on blood cholesterol levels. Coconut oil appears to raise low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, but not as much as foods that contain long-chain fatty acids, such as meat or full-fat dairy products. Some studies show that coconut oil may increase high-density lipoprotein cholesterol, the good cholesterol, but whether this has a beneficial effect on heart disease is not known. From smooth skin to lower your blood sugar level, coconut oil is known for its amazing health benefits. Loaded with the benefits of vitamin E, antioxidants and polyphenols, coconut oil helps to prevent weight gain caused due to hormonal imbalance. The medium-chain fatty acids present in the oil are easily digestible and help to boost metabolism. Coconut oil is rich in saturated fats that have healthy effect on your body's metabolism. Fatty acids in this pure, sweetened coconut oil works by promoting fat burn in the body. Hence, it provides quick energy to brain and other organs, maintaining activeness and health. Moreover, it also raises good cholesterol in the body and therefore reduces risk of strokes and other heart diseases. Adding virgin coconut oil to the diet also has microbial effects. Some 50% of the fatty acids found in coconut oil is lauric acid that forms monolaurin when digested. The bottom line is that coconut oil is devoid of vitamins, minerals, and most other nutrients. It is pure fat, and worse than that, it's over 90% saturated fat. The same saturated fat that raises our cholesterol, clogs our arteries, and contributes to our heart attacks. In the 1980s, the American Heart Association recognized coconut oil's high saturated fat content as being overall destructive to heart health, as well as specifically promoting heart damage and disease. As a result, they continued to advise the reduction of all saturated fats, including coconut oil, to less than 7% of dietary calories. We are not quite sure why people think there is something magically healthy about coconut oil. We think it is because it tastes good, and therefore the misinformation is easier to swallow. Its uses are also varied. It's a cooking and baking oil, an ingredient in many packaged foods, and a component used in biodiesel fuel, soaps, and skin products. However, a study published in the journal Nutrition Reviews suggests that's not actually the case. Chris Etherton points out that some people now believe lauric acid may actually behave like a long-chain fatty acid, not a medium-chain one, and therefore potentially raise your bad, LDL cholesterol. So in the context of a typical Western diet, coconut oil is uniquely unhealthy, the study suggests. That said, obviously not everyone shies away from coconut oil. Many health experts welcome it into their pantries, swearing by the ingredient for its beauty and health benefits. And there is some preliminary research supporting the benefits of ingesting coconut oil, such as weight loss, boosting metabolism, and antibacterial properties. Can be used as a one-to-one replacement for butter and other oils in your cooking. It's easy to use it in your favorite recipes. Substitute coconut oil for vegetable oil or butter the next time you make a batch of baked goods such as cookies, cakes, or muffins. It's also wonderful for cooking anything over the stovetop, like stir-fries with meat, fish, or vegetables. Coconut oil will give the perfect crisp texture to pancakes or French toast. For a boost of healthy fats, toss a tablespoon of coconut oil in your next smoothie or hot soup. You can also enjoy a subtle coconut flavor over your popcorn when you drizzle melted coconut oil on top as you would butter. You'll find that coconut oil is extremely versatile in foods. But the MCT oil used in nearly all the available research is composed entirely of C8 and C10 fatty acids. While it's true that coconut oil is the largest food source of MCTs, only about 15% are C8 or C10, Saint-Onge says. The rest are C12, which has not been proven to have the same effect. You would have to eat a massive amount of coconut oil to get the percentage of C8 and C10 MCTs shown to help with weight loss. Most of the health benefits attributed to coconut oil are associated with its high content of medium-chain fatty acids. Fatty acids are carbon chains classified by how long they are and how many double bonds they have. While not all sources agree, MCFAs, which always are saturated, typically are defined as having 6 to 12 carbons. Long-chain fatty acids have more than 12 carbons and can be saturated or unsaturated. Point 2. The two behave very differently in the body. Saint-Onge explains that the chylomicrons travel through the peripheral circulation to the liver. The rapid absorption and oxidation of MCFAs make them a unique form of dietary fat. According to a 2016 survey published in the New York Times, 72% of Americans think coconut oil is healthful. This huge discrepancy is due in part to the nature of the fatty acids in this enigmatic tropical oil. The MCTs and medium-chain fatty acids in coconut oil boost your metabolism and the number of calories burned. So, coconut oil offers a healthy and natural method of weight loss. Moreover, it's easy to incorporate coconut oil into your daily diet. For example, you can put a teaspoon or two of coconut oil into any kind of fruit smoothie that you enjoy. Hi, our coconut oil is heated up to 435 degrees Fahrenheit during the deodorization process. It does not affect the oil as far as fatty acid composition. It is thought that as compared to virgin coconut oil, some of the polyphenols that are naturally occurring in coconuts may be somewhat broken down during the process. However, refined coconut oil still has all the lauric acid and other medium-chain acids in it and is still considered one of the most healthful cooking oils. Medium-chain fatty acids, such as in coconut oil, get converted into energy rather than fat and therefore provide the body with increased amounts of energy. One study found that football players who were put on a medium-chain fatty acid diet during training actually enhanced their performance. This is said to be true due to the extra energy boost that was seen after ingesting foods with this type of triglycerides. Today, coconut oil and other medium-chain fatty acids are commonly found in everyday energy drinks and foods. Another study found that the body's metabolism is highly stimulated when consuming coconut oil or other medium-chain triglyceride oils. Coconut oil is used as a cooking fat, hair oil, body oil, and industrial oil. Refined coconut oil is prepared exclusively for industrial purposes and is widely used in the manufacture of biscuits, chocolates, ice creams, margarine, and confectionery items. It is also used for the manufacture of paints and pharmaceutical agents. Desirable properties such as a low melting point, resistance to rancidity, pleasant flavor, and easy digestibility make it an ideal ingredient in the food industry. Coconut oil is a source of many oleochemicals such as fatty acids, methyl esters, and fatty alcohol. For cooking and toiletry purposes, it is commonly used in the form of filtered coconut oil. Virgin coconut oil, which is a high-quality oil, is prepared from the milk extracted from the raw kernel. This type of coconut oil is most suitable as a massage oil for babies. It is extracted from the kernel of matured coconuts harvested from the coconut palm and is high in saturated fats. Coconut oil is a common edible oil in certain countries, and there is a controversy regarding its effects on lipid profiles and cardiovascular disease risk. The high content of SFA raised concerns that it could lead to more atherogenic lipid profiles, and thus, health professionals in the 1980s recommended that coconut oil should not be used. More than 90% of coconut oil consists of FFAs or free fatty acids. Saturated fats, don't panic. It's not as bad as it sounds. Read until the end of this and your opinion may change. A 2016 study suggests that coconut oil also contains a few unsaturated fatty acids, such as monounsaturated fatty acids and polyunsaturated fatty acids. This notwithstanding, the images of coconut and palm oils are gradually evolving worldwide as unique oils, suitable for both edible and non-edible uses. Yes, coconut oil is almost 90% saturated fat, but not all sat fats are created equal. If there's little evidence that coconut oil is less fattening than other saturated fats, what about another often made claim, that it lowers levels of harmful cholesterol? Some studies appear to show that people who eat more coconut in their diets have higher levels of HDL cholesterol, the healthy version linked to lower rates of strokes and heart disease. One reason for this cholesterol boost is likely to be the high level of a substance called lauric acid in coconut oil. A meta-analysis of 60 trials in 2003 found lauric acid increased good HDL cholesterol. Saturated fats not only increase the healthy cholesterol in your body, but also help convert the LDL, bad cholesterol, into good cholesterols. Plus, no major safety issues of taking virgin coconut oil daily for 8 weeks were reported. But what about the belief that not all saturated fat is bad? In recent years, numerous claims liken coconut oil to medium-chain triglycerides, also known as medium-chain fatty acids. MCTs are a type of saturated fat that has been linked to potential health benefits such as weight loss, appetite control, increased metabolism, anti-inflammatory effects, and so on. But here is the key: this research on MCTs cannot be applied to coconut oil because the triglycerides predominant in coconut oil are different in their structure, absorption, and metabolism. But the saturated fats in coconuts work in a different way than those found in animal-derived foods like butter, cream, cheese, and meat. According to an evidence-based complementary and alternative medicine study, coconut oil increases the healthy cholesterol in your body. By increasing the HDL in the body and changing the ratio of HDL to LDL, the saturated fat in coconut oil helps promote heart health and lower the risk of heart disease. The review stated that coconut oil should not be viewed as healthy oil for cardiovascular disease risk reduction, and limiting coconut oil consumption because of its high saturated fat content is warranted. If you want to lower your risk of heart disease, coconut oil is not a good choice, he says. A diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids might also reduce symptoms of dry eyes. You can take supplements or eat foods containing omega-3, such as flax seeds, salmon, and sardines. Omega-3 is effective because healthy fats can stimulate the oil glands in the eye. When consumed, coconut oil is a source of fatty acids, which can raise good cholesterol and reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke. It's also believed that coconut oil can reduce hunger as well as protect the skin, hair, and teeth. Based on these findings, I would put coconut oil on the use sparingly shelf in your pantry. A healthy diet should include fat, but options with less saturated fat, such as olive and vegetable oils, are better for your heart. If one of your favorite foods calls for coconut oil, limiting your portion size can help you stay within the recommended daily limit of saturated fat. You can also focus on eating foods with heart-healthy fats like olive oil, avocados, and nuts. Many studies of medium-chain fatty acids and health benefits have been conducted with manufactured oils, derived in part from coconut oil or other plant oils, that don't contain lauric acid. Therefore, it's important not to draw conclusions about the benefits of coconut oil based on studies with oils called medium-chain triglyceride oils. But only a small percentage, 8%, of coconut oil is unsaturated fat, which means only 8% of coconut oil gets hydrogenated. And the yield is mostly stearic acid, the one common long-chain saturated fatty acid that has minimal impact on LDL cholesterol levels. So completely hydrogenated coconut oil has about the same impact on LDL cholesterol as does virgin oil, points out Dr. Kenny. Other saturated fats that have little impact on LDL cholesterol levels include medium-chain varieties like caproic, caprylic, and capric acids. Saturated fat is divided into various types, based on the number of carbon atoms in the molecule, and about half of the saturated fat in coconut oil is the 12-carbon variety, called lauric acid. That is a higher percentage than in most other oils, and is probably responsible for the unusual HDL effects of coconut oil. They contain many antioxidants and other substances, so their overall effects on health can't be predicted just by the changes in LDL and HDL. For example, partially hydrogenated coconut oil isn't deemed as healthy by nutritionists. It's similar as other processed oils that hold trans fats. Yet so-called virgin coconut oil comes from fruit component of coconuts, and is extracted without the use of chemicals or other foreign agents. Thus, nutritionists look more favorably on virgin coconut oil. Approximately 60% of all coconut oils are comprised of the above three fatty acids, while 90% of coconut oil fats is comprised of heart-healthy saturated fats. The latter figure is a high one, and not one that is recommendable to many doctors. For example, 14% of olive oil calories come from saturated fat, and 63% of butter's calories come from saturated fat. Today we are more lenient about cholesterol in the diet, less concerned about total fat and saturated fat, and more concerned about trans fats. While many major health organizations still discourage its use, coconut oil has not only been rehabilitated in the public mind, but all kinds of health benefits are being claimed for it. Eat plenty of fresh fruit and vegetables, cut back of processed foods, and try to avoid saturated fats to reduce your heart disease risk, opting instead for vegetable oils. And maybe leave the coconut oil for cosmetic applications. Apparently, it's a great hair conditioner. As health-conscious eaters have embraced dietary fat, coconut oil stock has skyrocketed. The oil, extracted from the meat of a coconut, is mostly saturated fat, but boasts about the food include weight loss, better metabolism and improved cholesterol. The oil was vilified for so long because of its saturated fat content. Although both coconut oil and its healthy competitor olive oil contain about the same amount of total fat, the fat makeup of the oils is very different. 1 tablespoon of coconut oil contains 11 grams of saturated fat, versus just 2 grams in olive oil. In fact, over 90% of the fat in coconut oil is saturated. This superfood is loaded with saturated fats that actually raise HDL cholesterol and lower your risk of heart disease. Coconut oil contains an unusual blend of short and MCFAs, specifically lauric, capric, and myristic acids that are linked to special health benefits, such as reducing cholesterol. I would, however, advise against the regular use of coconut oil. When you are using fats daily for flavoring foods, cooking, baking, or even making salad dressings, it is always best to opt for an unsaturated fat. We have years of compelling research that the unsaturated fats from plant-based, non-tropical oils are better for heart health than saturated fats. About half of the saturated fat in coconut oil is lauric acid, which may be what is responsible for the slight increase in good cholesterol found in some studies. It does appear that coconut oil increases LDL, though not as much as butter does. However, unsaturated fats are known to lower LDL, so foods with these types of fats are always a better choice. Coconut oil is unique in its chemical makeup, says Bruce Fife, a nutritionist and naturopathic doctor, and the author of The Coconut Oil Miracle. It kicks your metabolism into a higher gear, so you get a boost of energy and burn calories at a faster rate, he explains. And because fat tends to be more satisfying, it makes you feel full. Fife, who recommends eating 1 to 3 tablespoons of virgin coconut oil daily, also touts its ability to fight inflammation. A good quality, readily available option is Carrington Organic Unrefined Extra Virgin Coconut Oil, $8. Move over, coconut water, your big sister has come to town. Coconut oil, specifically, virgin coconut oil extracted from the meat of the fruit, is suddenly on the lips of everyone from holistic-minded celebs to the most skeptical mainstream doctors. Proponents claim that coconut oil can boost metabolism, brighten your teeth, and strengthen immunity. The oil is also taking a star turn in body balms, beauty treatments, anti-agers, and even hair products because of its ability to lock in moisture without the use of petroleum-based ingredients or other chemicals. Model Miranda Kerr is a charter member of the Coco Club. I've been including coconut oil in my diet for years because of the health benefits, she says. I add it to salads and smoothies, I cook with it. I smooth it all over as a hydrating treatment. Saturated fat has long held a bad rep and been noted for its potential to contribute to cardiovascular disease. So you might understand why I was a bit skeptical of all the hype surrounding the supposedly miracle working power of coconut oil, which is composed of saturated fatty acids. However, if there's one thing I have learned as a nutrition student, it is that research has the potential to change our views as we continue to expand our knowledge and make new discoveries. The first challenge to the recent popularity of coconut oil was battling the 90s mentality of all fats being bad. Diet trends like the low-carb Atkins diet helped popularize the idea that trans fats and partially hydrogenated oils are the real enemy, not healthy fats. One of the most beneficial properties of coconut oil is the large quantity of medium-chain fatty acids that it contains, as opposed to the long-chain fatty acids that many other foods contain. A person's omega-3, found in foods like wild-caught fish, to omega-6 ratio determines the body's inflammatory potential. Unsaturated long-chain fatty acids take longer for the body to break down and metabolize, however medium-chain fats are efficiently digested and then provide a source of quick-acting energy. This is why coconut oil is believed to be burned off very quickly and to support weight loss in most cases, rather than weight gain. And this is true despite the fact that coconut oil does have a decent amount of calories. Coconut oil contains mostly saturated fats, and although this might trigger fear in some people who aren't aware of the benefits of fats, it's actually pivotal to its many well-documented health benefits. Just be sure you're choosing organic, virgin, cold-pressed coconut oil, and immediately stop offering it to your dog if you notice any signs of stomach distress, like diarrhea or allergic reactions. If your dog does seem to have an allergic reaction to coconut oil, alternatives like salmon oil and flaxseed oil can offer some of the same benefits of coconut oil due to the omega-3 fatty acids. It comes from the flesh of a coconut, and is popular in many Southeast Asian countries. Because these countries are associated with lower rates of heart disease, it's easy to assume that coconut oil is healthy. Nutrition-wise, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil contains 130 calories and 14 grams of fat, 13 of which are saturated. For comparison, 1 tablespoon of olive oil has 120 calories and 14 grams of fat, only 2 of which are saturated. Coconut oil is composed of medium-chain triglycerides, so it is much less likely to be stored in the body as fat. It is used by the body as fuel for immediate energy needs. Long-chain triglycerides from hydrogenated, unsaturated, or polyunsaturated vegetable oils often get stored as fat that may lead to weight gain. Polyunsaturated vegetable oils like corn, sunflower, canola or soy can oxidize in the body and go rancid, increasing the body's unhealthy free radical load. Because coconut oil is a saturated vegetable oil, it can't be oxidized and turned into a free radical. Unlike saturated fats in meat, it contains no cholesterol and cannot lead to cholesterol buildup in the blood. Coconut oil is a natural saturated oil that has been used in Ayurvedic herbalism for almost 4,000 years. Modern research now proves that coconut oil is healthy, supports energy quickly, and is less likely to store as fat in the body. Coconut oil also contains the fatty acid lauric acid, which not only supports immune health but also supports healthy metabolism. The heavy processing of refined coconut oil also has an impact on the oil's nutrition. The baking and bleaching process reduces the number of polyphenols and medium-chain fatty acids compared to virgin coconut oil, which are the compounds that give the oil its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory benefits. The most noticeable difference between the two is that refined coconut oil is bland to the taste and smell, whereas virgin coconut oil has a distinct coconut taste and odor. The refined coconut oil is processed by pressing the dried coconut meat. It is then purified with adsorbent clay, heat, and vacuums. After this, the oil is run through filters to remove any clay. It is then deodorized with a process of steam distillation, high heat, and vacuums. Next, it is filtered again before going into the final storage tank. After deodorization, a small amount of citric acid is added as a processing aid to the coconut oil for degumming purposes. Citric acid is considered worldwide to be a harmless food additive that is naturally found in citrus fruits. Finally, the oil is filtered 2 more times before being packaged. There are no solvents used or hydrogenation, which produces trans fats. But how many nutritionists from the survey categorized the oil as a health food? Less than 30%, likely because not many are aware that coconut oil is 90% saturated fat, the kind of fat that raises your cholesterol levels and increases your risk of heart disease. If you're seeking a solution for soft and lustrous hair, try reaching for a jar of coconut oil. Suited to nearly all hair types, this natural oil is packed with fatty acids that may help repair everyday damage, improve texture, and restore health and shine to your hair. Coconut oil is an edible oil extracted from the fresh or dried meat of the coconut. It is high in saturated fats and is also uniquely high in medium-chain fatty acids, which offer health benefits. Coconut oil has a delicate coconut taste and a long shelf life, making it a favorite with many discerning cooks. Can't decide where to purchase extra virgin organic coconut oil? Look no further and stock your cupboard with raw Swanson organic extra virgin coconut oil. 100% free of carbohydrates, coconut oil is perfect for cooking. It is a great source of lauric acid, the same kind found in mother's milk, along with capric and caprylic acids. These medium-chain fatty acids are metabolized quickly for use as an energy source rather than being stored as fat, so cooking with coconut oil is perfect for any low-carb diet plan. Our virgin organic coconut oil is minimally processed to bring you the flavor and aroma of fresh coconuts while retaining all of the oil's nutritional goodness. Regardless of the use of refining or not to obtain the product, CO has a high concentration of saturated fatty acids compared with most of the vegetable oils and fats present in the diet. Replacing other dietary fatty acids with coconut oil may negate any potential fat loss effects if the caloric content of coconut oil is greater than the previously consumed fatty acids. Coconut oil may also temporarily increase metabolic rate and the speed at which fats are broken down to release fatty acids, a process known as lipolysis. This effect occurs when coconut oil is first added to the diet and disappears after 2 weeks. Coconut oil also creates more ketone bodies than longer-chain fatty acids when it is broken down.